Hey guys, Saber here. So, what we're going to do today is I have a bunch of stuff from the new Shadows over Innistrad, and I will be opening up these later on stream, probably on Sunday, but I will give a definite date here in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and open up one fat pack and one deck builder's toolkit. So let's go ahead and let's get into the deck builder's toolkit first. Let's see. All right. And of course, like I said, I'll be doing those later on stream, so just to keep it short and sweet, I won't be going over all of the cards that are in here, just for the majority of them. Alright. So let's see. Okay, so of course you get the reference guide. Always comes with that. You have, well, first let's see what it says it comes with. So it says it comes with 125 semi-randomized cards, 4 booster packs from recent sets, 100 basic lands, the deck builder's guide to build the best Magic decks, a reference, and a full art reusable storage box. Which honestly, the storage box is really nice because it, I mean, it's just sturdy cardboard. I already have a couple of them and they're pretty nice. So let's see. These are the semi-randomized. Alright. Okay, yeah, there's the guide. And this is a pack of the lands. Now, one of these packs will actually have some extra lands in it. Oh, there it was. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to sort out from the lands. Quite a few unknown shores. Alright, I'm going to put the artifacts with the colorless. Go ahead and move that back a little bit. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you get all of the, I believe they're called ally and enemy lands. Something like that. Where it's basically just a dual color. You basically get 2 of each mix like that. So those are all lands. Okay, and then these are going to be the rest to finish out that 100 right there. And of course, a few of these, which I heard they were doing away with this, with the actual core sets, and the deck builders are just going to be part of one of the blocks. Now, this one you get with every set. as well as Nightmare and the Dragon. The Sphinx and the Soul Harvest, however, are new to this set. There we go. But you get one rare for each color. So I'll go ahead and put those out. Blue, red, black, green. As well as that angel. Looks very familiar. But yeah, a lot of these are standard from all of them, but like it said, they are semi-randomized. And it has some from the new set, Oath of the Gatewatch. Yeah, there's a classic. Battle for Zendikar. Good old Mind Rots, everybody loves those. Was that a flip? No, I thought it was. I thought it was a werewolf at first. Alright. So for the most part, looks like I have a lot more green and red and white. There's a few blacks and a few blues, but not too many. Other than that, that is the basic of what you get out of this. And then you get 4 packs, which I have them upside down. Which I will go ahead and I guess get into the packs. So let's put these up here. And actually what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to put these in here. Oh. Put those right like that. Alright. So I think I'll start with the Battle for Zendikar first. There we go. Alright, first is the Vile Aggravate. Let's see, Dampening Pulse, Hedron Archive, which actually I love using those. And then, ooh, I need another one of these. Endless One is my rare. Full Art Island, ooh, and a Korja, or Jorah. I don't know how to say her name. There we go. Alright. Ooh, Sandstone Bridge. And first one is a Rot Shambler, a Grove Tender Druids, Breaker of Armies, and I have a Manda Ambush Leader, and then a Full Art Swamp, and a Drowsy Scion Token, which the Scion Tokens are new to, well, new for Battle for Zendikar and in the Oath of the Gatewatch, which with the Eldrazi sets they can be pretty powerful pretty quick. Definitely nice. Some of my favorites. Alright, and let's see what I get out of the new set. Yeah. And I won't actually be building a deck. I will leave that to someone who has a tad bit more experience than me. So first one is Creeping Dread. It's a 3-drop for at the beginning of your upkeep, each player discards a card Each opponent who declared a card that shares a card type with the card you discarded lose 3 life. Bidding Rain. It's a 4-drop sorcery, and all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. And it has a madness cost, which madness is a new mechanic. Basically, if the card is discarded out of your hand, you can play it for the madness cost, and then it's exiled instead of, well, it's exiled out of the graveyard. Skeleton Key, which is a 1-drop artifact. An equipped creature gets Skulk, and that's a new mechanic as well. And it's it can't be blocked with creatures with greater power. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Cost 2 to equip. My rare is Thalia's Lieutenant, which is a 2-drop for a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each other human you control. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on the Lieutenant. And then my flip card is a 1 artifact creature Gargoyle. He's a defender, and for 6 I can transform him to a 4/2. Ooh, I got something shiny. And it turns to a Stone Wing Antagonizer, which is a 4/2 with flying. And he's a horror. So I'm really glad that transforming is back. That was one of my favorite mechanics. Alright, there we go. And I got a shiny explosive apparatus. I will put that with my rares. And each one comes with one of the marker cards. That way, because the back obviously doesn't have the standard magic back, so that way whenever you get one of these cards, you can actually put this in the sleeve, mark down which one it is, and then whenever you draw this, you can actually just replace it with this. So it works. And a clue. So I'll put that there. And lastly, okay. Okay, so first uncommon, Trail of Evidence, which is a 3-drop enchantment, and whenever you cast an instance or a sorcery, you investigate, which is a new mechanic as well. And it's put a colorless clue that has 2 mana, sacrifice this artifact, and draw a card. Next one is Ongoing Investigation. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, investigate. And then for 1 and a green, exile a target creature from your graveyard, investigate, and you gain 2 life. Malevolent Whispers, which is a 4-drop sorcery. Gain control of target creature till the end of turn. Untap it. It gains +2/+0 and haste until the end of turn. And here is a Slayer's Plate for a rare. It is a 3-drop artifact. Equipped creature gains +4/+2. And whenever it dies, if it was a human, put a 1/1 white spirit creature with flying onto the battlefield. Equip it for 3. And then my transform is a Solitary Hunter. And let's see, at the beginning of your upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform him. So it's a standard werewolf for 3/4. And then standard, if 2 or more spells was cast last turn, transform him back. And that's a 5/6. So standard werewolf there. Oh, and it looks like we got another flip. And it is a 2-drop. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform. And ooh, she becomes a cult leader. Well, that's fun. If her power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a 1/1 white-black human cleric token onto the battlefield. That's not bad at all. No, I'll keep it in the transforms. Or the flip cards. Another one of those and another clue. Those go there. Alright. So, out of my deck builders toolkit, I got quite a bit of stuff. And I got some nice cards for the new set, so we'll take a look into that. And, of course, now that that's said and done, I'm going to go ahead and put these in here, as well as my 2 full art land. I will put right here. And I will go back through and sort all this out later. But I'm going to keep these out just because I'm about to open the Fat Pack, which has more of the packs in it. Alright. So let's go ahead and open this up. Come on. There we go. Like I said, I will be doing another unboxing of another Fat Pack Deck Builders Toolkit, which I'll probably end up comparing the 2 toolkits just to see how random they really are. And as well as a booster box. So, let's go ahead, get this out of the way for now. Okay. Alright, so we have our Fat Pack, and alright. So I do like that. That's cool. I'm thinking about buying a playing mat with that on it. Alright. Of course, we have our player's guide, which has everything about the set and the history of Innistrad. Yeah, it kind of just gives the background of all the main characters in it and everything, and the types of things that's in the set. Werewolves. Good old Jace. Saurian. Nahari, maybe? I'm not sure. And then, of course, let's see. The 10 coolest cards. Right here. Then it has a library of everything you could get. And the different even the different basic lands. Alright, so we'll put this over here. Alright. Ooh, Saurian deck box. Yep, I'm happy with those. In case you try to steal it. And a red spin down die. I don't have a red one. Or the life counter, if you want to call it that. Alright. There we go, and we have our standard 9 boosters and our lands. So I'll just go ahead and put the lands right there. Right here. Put my life counter. Alright. Okay, so first uncommon is a Toppelgeist, which is a 1-drop 1/1 flying, and whenever it enters the battlefield, tap target creature opponent controls. And it has Delirium at the beginning of each of your opponent's upkeep. If there are 4 or more card types among the cards in your graveyard, tap target creature, or tap target creature that player controls. Sorry. Ooh, I have a Foul Orchard. That's nice. That's cool. Ghoul Steed, which is a 5-drop for a 4/4. And for 2 and a black, discard 2 cards, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Ooh, and my first rare is a mythic rare, Descend Upon the Sinful. It is a 4-drop sorcery, exile all creatures. Delirium, put a 4/4 white angel creature token on the battlefield if there are 4 more card types among the cards in your graveyard. So that's going right there. Then I got an uncommon flip card for a 3-drop. It's a 2/2, and whenever he or another creatures enter the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. And for 2 and tap him, sacrifice another target permanent and transform him to a Wayward Disciple, which then he is a 2/4, and whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Ooh, and then I also got an Elusive Tormentor, which is another flip card, and for a 4-drop, it's a 4/4. For 1 and discard a card, transform him to Insidious Mist. It's a 0/1, hexproof and indestructible. It can't block and it can't be blocked. Whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, you may pay 2 and a black if you do transform it. Huh. That's cool. That is cool. Then I got a 1/1 Spirit Flying. Alright, so I don't have a pile for Mythic Rares, so that's just going to go right there. Alright, so let's dive into the next one. Okay, so first uncommon is Open the Armory, which is a 2-drop. Search your library for an aura or equipment, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. Then I have a 6-drop sorcery, Rise from the Tides. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature onto the battlefield tapped for each instance or sorcery in your graveyard. Nice. And then I got a 4-drop enchantment, which also has flash. And enchant target creature, it gets +3/+0 and has strike. Nice. My rare is Dragoskal, maybe, Cavalry, which is a 7-drop. It's a Spirit Knight, flying, and whenever it enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 2 life. And for 3 and a white, put a 1/1 white spirit creature onto the token onto the battlefield with flying. And my transforming card, go ahead and put that over there. My transform is Hermit of the Natternolls. It's a 3-drop, and whenever your opponent casts a spell during your turn, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if no spells were cast, transform it. Got something shiny. Lone Wolf of the Natternolls, and it is a 3/5. Whenever your opponent casts a spell during your turn, draw 2 cards. And of course has the standard werewolf where if 2 or more spells were played, go ahead and discard him. Or not discard, transform him back. There we go. And I got a shiny Hulking Devil, which is a 4-drop for 5/2. So, not really anything special, but it is shiny. Come on. Ah, work for me. Alright, so first uncommon, Hope Against Hope, which is a 3-drop aura. An enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. As long as enchanted creature is a human, it gains first strike. It's not bad. Marauder's Axe, which is a 4-drop enchantment. It gets +2/+2. To equip it, you have to discard a card. Well, that's interesting. I got a Forsaken Sanctuary. And a Falkernoth Grogger, which is a 1-drop. And each vampire creature card you own that isn't on the battlefield has madness. This madness cost is equal to its mana cost. Ooh, so you can play all vampires out of your graveyard for their madness cost. That's nice. And it's a 2/1. It's not bad. And then for my Transform Solitary Hunter, it's a 3/4 standard. And then one of the pack, standard werewolf, right there. And I got a shiny Corrupted Graphstone, which is a 2-drop enchantment. It's a rare. It enters tapped and choose a color of... Hang on, you tap it, choose a color of a card in your graveyard. Add 1 mana of that color to your mana pool. Nice. That is definitely nice. And then I got a clue. Reference card. Okay, so it didn't want to open that way. Let's see. So first one is Weirding Wood, which is an aura for 3-drop. Enchant land. Whenever it enters the battlefield, investigate. Enchant land has tap, add 2 mana of any color to your mana pool. Oh wow, that's nice. And then I have a Manic Scribe, which is a 2-drop for 0/3, and whenever he enters the battlefield, each opponent puts their top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. And Delirium, at the beginning of each of your opponent's upkeep, if there are 4 or more card types among their graveyard, that player puts 3 cards from the top of their library into their graveyard. Nice. Magnifying Glass. For a 3-drop artifact, add colorless to your mana pool. And then for 4 and a tap, investigate. Nice. And for my rare, Inexorable Blob. Close enough. It's a 3-drop for a 3/3. Has Delirium. Whenever it attacks, if there are 4 more cards among their graveyard, put a 3/3 green ooze token onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Nice. My transforming is Convicted Killer, which is a 3-drop for a 2/2. And at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were played, transform him. So he just has the standard werewolf transformation. Yeah. And it's a 4/4 transformed. Ooh, a land. It's like the first land. Well, non-dual land, that is. Alright. So far, I'm definitely happy. I've gotten 1 mythic rare and a hollow rare. And then quite a few other good cards. This pack isn't wanting to open. Come on. Alright. First uncommon, Reaper of Flight Moonsilver. It is a 4-drop flying angel. It's a 3/3. It has Delirium, sacrifice another creature. Reaper of Flight Moonsilver gets +2/+1. Activate this ability if there are 4 or more of different types in their graveyard. Another magnifying glass. Sinister Concoction. It is a 1-drop, and it's an enchantment. So for a black and pay 1 life, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. Discard a card. Sacrifice this to destroy target creature. Okay, well that's interesting. And I got a Drownyard Temple. It is a rare land. Tap to add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool, and for 3, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Oh, nice. That's nice. Then my transform is a uncommon, and this is the same one from earlier. Yep. And another land. And a clue. Oh, I like that clue. It's a fancy clue. Okay. First uncommon is Invasive Surgery, which is a 1 blue drop for an instant counter target sorcery spell. Delirium, if there are 4 or more different types of cards in the opponent's graveyard, search the graveyard, hand, and library of that spell's controller for any number of the cards with the same name as that spell and exile those. And then shuffle their library. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's nice. Stitchwing Scab. It's a 4-drop flying zombie horror for 3/1 and 1 blue. 1 and a blue. Discard 2 cards, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Then I have a Mad Prophet, which is a 4-drop, 2/2. It has haste and tap to discard a card, draw a card. My rare is Tireless Tracker, which is a 3-drop for a 3/2. Whenever it enters the battlefield under your control, investigate. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 counter on him. Nice. And my transform is a Duskwatch Recruiter, which is a 2-drop for a 2/2. And for 2 and a green, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature from them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And let's see, so he has the standard transforming for Werewolf, and creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Okay. And then to transform him back if 2 or more were played. The clue. Alright, down to our last 3. Alright. Let's see, a Bridge Patrol, which is a 3-drop for a 3/3, and whenever Bridge Patrol deals damage to 2 or more creatures, investigate. Oh, no, deals damage to 1 or more creatures, investigate. And at the beginning of each end step, you may sacrifice 3 or more clues this... Oh, no, if you had sacrificed 3 or more clues this turn, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. That's not bad. Another Invasive Surgery. Bound by Moonsilver. So it's a 3-drop for an enchantment and basically pacifism. It can't attack, block, or transform. And sacrifice another permanent. Attach Bound by Moonsilver to target creature. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. and only once each turn. Okay, so you can actually change who it's attached to. That's nice. Ooh, a legendary rare. Giraffe's Masterpiece. It's a 5-drop for a 7/7. It's a flying, and it gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. And for 3 and a blue, discard 3 cards, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And then we have a Daring Sleuth for our transforming card. It is a 2-drop for a 2/1. When you sacrifice a clue, transform him, and he becomes a Bearer of Overwhelming Truce, which he has Prowess. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player, investigate. And he is a 3/2. Nice. That goes there, and a clue and a card. So I'm almost curious if I'm going to get any tip cards, because I haven't yet. Okay, and first uncommon is Obsessive Skinner, which is a 2-drop. He's a human rogue for a 1/1. Whenever he enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. He has Delirium. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if there are 4 more cards among their graveyard, 4 more types of cards among their graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Trail of Evidence. Already went over that one. Paranoid Parish Blade. It's a 3-drop for 3/2 with Delirium, and he gets +1/+0 and first strike as long as there are 4 more types of cards among their graveyard. And my rare is going to be Nephilim Moondrakes, and it is a 7-drop for 5/5. It has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature gains flying until end of turn. And for 4 and 2 blue, you can exile it from your graveyard. Creatures you control gain flying until the end of turn. That's nice. So that'll go up there, and my transform. Okay, so it is a human werewolf. It's a 5-drop for 5/4. Has the standard werewolf. And it has Menace once it's transformed for 6/5. Okay. And we have a human soldier. And last pack. Let's see if we get anything. Alright. So first one, Invasive Surgery. Already went over that. Pale Rider of Trostad. It's a 2-drop spirit. It has Skulk, which it can't be blocked by a creature that has higher power. And whenever it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Next one is Fleeting Memories. It's a 3-drop enchantment. Whenever it enters the battlefield, investigate. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target player puts the top 3 of his or her library into the graveyard. Nice. And another Gareth's Masterpiece, legendary rare, and for a 5-drop. We just went over it. 7/7. It has flying, but it also has -1/-1 for each card in my hand. Solitary Hunter. It is just a regular werewolf, 3/4 and a 5/6. Then we have a rare. So a double rare pack. Sage of Ancient Lore. And it is a shaman werewolf for a 5-drop. And its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. And whenever it enters the battlefield, draw a card. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast, transform it. Ooh. And he becomes Werewolf of Ancient Hunger. He has Vigilance and Trample. And let's see. His power is equal to the power and toughness are equal to the total number of cards in all players' hands. Oh, damn. He could get strong fast. And then a 2/2 zombie. Alright. So, overall, that is the Fat Pack and the... let's see. Yeah, the Fat Pack and the Deck Builder's Toolkit. Main things that I got that I, of course, like are my legendary rares. Got a couple transforming rares. Or flip card rares. Right there. And then, of course, one holo rare that I'm definitely excited about. So that right there is everything I got. And actually, all those I got out of the Fat Pack. So I'm definitely happy about that, and I'm happy that, you know, there are the double rare packs. So that's nice. But other than that, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. And like I said, I will be doing the... Like I said, I will be doing another Deck Builder's Toolkit, Fat Pack, and a booster box. So if you're interested in that, I will have a set date probably this Sunday, maybe Monday. And I will be streaming those as well on twitch.tv/SaberX and on my YouTube. So check me out there, and we will catch y'all later.